Hey there everyone, this is Dr. Amber Horsley.
I'm Dr. Chase Hayden.
And we're from the Hayden Institute. And we just want to check in on everyone during this crazy time of quarantine and schedule changes and disruptions and things like that, and bring a couple tips on maybe how to optimize sleep during this time, because maybe many of you have noticed that with the schedule change, so has the sleep habits. Maybe we're staying up until midnight, 2 in the morning, watching Netflix and then sleeping in a little bit longer, or maybe since we have maybe less to do during the day, we're taking more naps or other things. So, as our sleep is getting disrupted, what are some things that we can do to help to optimize our sleep to get that quality when we actually do go to bed?
Well, hands down, no questions asked. I think the very best thing we can do when it comes to improving our sleep is to get off of electronics before actually going to sleep. I know it's a common pattern with patients that we talk to. They talk about poor sleep, and then when we ask them about their sleep habits, they talk about how they're laying in bed and they're watching TV or they're flipping through their phone or whatever it might be, and then they just shut their phone off and expect to fall asleep within a few minutes. And the body really doesn't seem to be wired very well to be able to handle that. So we often encourage people to get off their devices with plenty of time prior to starting their sleep routine. For some people, it needs to be as much as 2 hours before going to sleep, just to allow their body and their brain to calm down and unwind from the technology that they're being exposed to. Same thing applies with kids as well as parents. Very commonly when people are complaining of poor sleep, they're connected to a device too close to bed. Step number 1, get off the devices earlier, give your body a chance to calm down and unwind, whether that's journaling, whether that's just reading a book, whether it's just talking to your spouse or your kids or someone else, but allow your body the time to unwind from the cell phone, from the TV, etc. That'll be a big step in going in the right direction for sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And some of these things is that we are social creatures, we're social beings, and so taking that time before bed to really reflect on your day, to reflect on maybe what you're grateful for, and really connecting with your spouse or your children, that's something that's really important. And those are things that can go much, much deeper than helping you get a good night's rest. It can go into overall connections with family and other aspects of health too. So that's another critical activity.
In addition to disconnecting, what's a second activity or pattern or habit that someone might be able to do to improve their sleep?
Yeah. Another big thing you can do to improve your sleep is getting outside during the day and absorbing sunlight. And that's something that some people are aware of, the sleep-wake cycle, things like that, where your body has these natural cycles of hormones, things like that, to help you to get ready for bed. But one of the things that's hypercritical for allowing you to get that optimal amount of sleep, that optimal melatonin release, is getting enough sunlight during the day. And so you can prepare your body for sleep hours and hours and hours before that time actually hits. So even though, again, we're in quarantine, we can't necessarily go outside and go mill about and do all the things we normally do. Try to go out in your backyard for a bit, walk around through there, throw the ball around with the kids for a bit, do something active to get blood flowing, and then also getting some sunlight can be a big factor in helping with sleep.
For some people, though, that can be a caveat there that messes up their sleep. I know in my own life, if I play basketball with the guys at church or something after 7 o'clock, I won't go to sleep till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yes.
Even if we finish at 9, my body takes a while, even after physical activity, to just kind of calm down again. So I try not to do activity after about 4 in the afternoon, because otherwise I stay up too late. But if I do activities over lunch or even early in the morning, my sleep is night and day difference. So it's definitely a big deal to go out and do more activity.
Exactly.
The third thing, though, that someone could do to try and improve their sleep comes in the form of specific supplementation. There's a lot of stuff out there that can help with sleep, from melatonin to herbs like valerian root or even minerals. I like to start with minerals, specifically calcium, magnesium, because they seem to be pretty tame for most people. A lot of people tolerate them. There's not really very many contraindications from a pharmaceutical standpoint. And as a general rule, if someone was looking to improve their sleep and they're already cutting out the devices, they're already going outside and doing more activity throughout the day to kind of get exposed to sunlight and be more active, but they're still looking for something to try and put them to sleep, I would stay away from melatonin for the most part. That's rarely the first thing I would recommend for somebody. But I would definitely look for magnesium and possibly a magnesium-calcium combination, because magnesium has a natural calming effect on the body. It helps calm the brain down. It can kind of do some stuff digestively, so if you take too much magnesium, it'll cause things like diarrhea or loose stools. But for a lot of people, just increasing their magnesium before bed is something they can do to calm themselves down a little bit more and help improve their sleep quality. And there's a wide variety of types of magnesium out on the market. Something to look for would not be magnesium lactate. Magnesium lactate tends to disassociate or mess up in the gut a little bit easier than some of the others. So many times when people take high amounts of magnesium lactate, they're probably going to have a little bit looser stools, and it can make things unpleasant in their life. So if you're looking to try and improve your sleep, we've talked about a couple of different ways to do that. The first way being disconnect from devices. Second way being
get outdoors and absorb some sunlight.
Third thing being possibly look for supplementation, specifically with minerals, looking at magnesium first. Obviously, if you have a question about what types of things to take for sleep aids, we'd love to be a resource for you and be able to look through your exam and through your history to see what might be the best scenario for helping you improve your sleep. But until then, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.